The history behind Super Monkey Ball is more mysterious and puzzling than you probably realize. If you're an avid fan of the Super Monkey Ball series or have enjoyed your fare of Nick Robinson videos, I'm sure you know the story of Brian Matt, the announcer at the beginning of every level in the first two games, plus Deluxe, who says, "Ready? Go!" This unidentified man was found and credited nearly 2 decades after its release, and today we're going to be discussing the other lost and undiscovered pieces of Super Monkey Ball's lore and history. Let's get right into it. Monkey Ball started as a Japanese arcade game in the summer of '01, with the notable feature being its banana-shaped joystick. The success of the arcade game led to Super Monkey Ball, which was a launch title for the GameCube in late 2001. Super Monkey Ball 2 was released the following year and was an even bigger hit, winning the E3 2000 Game Critics Award for Best Puzzle Trivia Parlor Game. Considering Sega's victory that was creating Monkey Ball, it wasn't long before they released other games and merchandise to try to capitalize on its success. But it seems as they released more games and more merchandise, they lost their way with what the series was about. Super Monkey Ball, truthfully, began to lose its relevance. It was at the top of the Sega world and adored by fans, but ultimately hit a dive down into basically just Sega's next cash grab and nothing more, which is incredibly unfortunate because the lack of success for their cash grab games made Sega care even less, when all we really wanted was another game that honored its roots. Deluxe and Banana Mania are the only games after the first two that I'd consider great. And that's saying a lot because Super Monkey Ball Adventure, Banana Blitz, and Banana Splits are far from the only other entries, but they're pretty much the only flops brought up. So following the big boom of games, merchandise, and marketing for the OG games, the legacy of the series died down, resulting in the loss of documentation of its history. There is a lot of Super Monkey Ball lost media and unresolved mysteries that we're going to unravel. Let's start with the very first mobile Monkey Ball game that was released 20 years ago in 2002 and still has not been found. I'm talking about Sega Monkey Ball, which was for J2ME compatible devices or Java 2 Micro Edition, so was only available on some old-ass mobile phones. II was the only playable character and it contained 15 total levels, supposedly which resembled the beginner stages from the original game. Merely a couple demo videos on YouTube are proof of this mobile game's existence, and it's unsure if this will ever be found. Later, in 2003, Monkey Ball for the J-Phone was created. It was available exclusively on the JSH04 and only playable via a $2.50 per month payment through Sega Ages Internet Portal. This was one of the first online Monkey Ball games. It is entirely lost with the exception of a few screenshots found on archived websites. It appears to be similar to the Monkey Ball N-Gage port, which is a port of the first Super Monkey Ball to the Nokia N-Gage, which is a decently rare game but not lost. I have to wonder if there is any way it could be partially recovered if someone stumbled upon a J-Phone with the game already downloaded. It's tempting to go impulsively search for one myself, but since it was only playable with a monthly subscription, I think this would be a dead-end lead. Moving along in the Monkey Ball mobile game timeline, in 2008 a game simply titled Super Monkey Ball Mobile was released. Not much information is known besides only being released in Japan, however it's speculated this was just a condensed port of Touch and Roll, the DS game. They have identical levels based on found screenshots, but Super Monkey Ball Mobile is said to have 50 levels compared to Touch and Roll's 120. After this was Super Monkey Ball Uki Uki Seesaw in 2012. It was an Android game and removed from Google Play at an unknown date. Hardly anything is known about this game, except that it was most likely a Japanese exclusive reissue of Tip and Tilt. All of these games are regrettably lost and unplayable. It's uncertain if there is even a chance they could be completely recovered and played, which sucks to think about because it's part of Monkey Ball's history and legacy, but that's what people also said about the Super Monkey Ball Flash games. Back in 2001, Sega released a Flash Tech demo to promote the first Super Monkey Ball. titled Super Monkey Ball Mini, and it was incredibly impressive for its time. The 90s had just passed, and this was a flash game with 3D elements, so you can imagine it successfully promoted the game. For reasons unknown, it was removed from the internet in the mid-2000s, rendering it lost. I know Super Monkey Ball could kind of be considered underrated, but you'd still think that for such a big title, these sorts of things would be more documented. I find it strange how its history is so mysterious, and it's what really intrigues me about it. They made a Super Monkey Ball 2 mini, and the release year for that isn't even confirmed. It's only presumably from 2002. Unlike the first mini, Super Monkey Ball 2 mini wasn't a platformer, but a simplified version of the party games. More specifically, fan favorite Monkey Target, baseball, and bowling. 4 years later, leading up to the release and downfall that was Banana Blitz, Sega came back to make another tie-in flash game. This was similar to the second mini, with it including party games from Banana Blitz. And they did also create a promotional flash game for Super Monkey Ball Adventure, but not a platformer and not party games. It was called Super Monkey Disco Ball. The entire objective of the game was to make Ai dance. He dances in worlds that appear in Super Monkey Ball Adventure, like Jungle Island, Moonhaven, and Zootopia. These were all at one point considered lost to time. Some had accepted they never be found, and that there was no way to fully recover or make them playable. But Lost Media Wiki user Pico and Just Speedruns weren't gonna let that happen. In 2017, Pico found Super Monkey Ball Mini on the Dawn Pixel website, with the exception of the final 10th floor. It was assumed that level would never be found since it wasn't included in the only place Monkey Ball Mini existed in. But something good did come from 2020, as Just found the 10th floor and Banana Blitz Mini, all on the Mike Dobbins website, which is this man who has done a bunch of Sega work and has like a weird unknown history too. The disco game was also found in 2020, and gratefully all of these were preserved thanks to Blue Maxima's Flashpoint. Flashpoint is something I'm genuinely appreciative of. They've saved and documented over 100,000 Flash games that otherwise would have been lost forever. The project is keeping internet history and culture alive, which truly is so significant, at least to people like me and whoever is watching this. We can only hope that all the currently lost Monkey Ball games will eventually follow in their paths. Something I don't see covered often, besides in L Supersonic Q's videos regarding it, is lost merchandise or like promotional photos and art, that kind of thing. There are lost calendar wallpapers that would be posted on the old Super Monkey Ball 2 website every month. 14 are confirmed to exist, and 8 have been found, but only some of those are high resolution. There are 2 variations of February. May has Ai with clams. 1 out of 2 June wallpapers were found, and here we have October. August and December are considered partially found since you can see the calendars, but there are no high-res versions available. April, the 2nd June wallpaper, July, and November are lost with mere descriptions left on the website's archive. January, March, and September are completely lost, and no one has a clue what they could have been. Sort of similar to these calendar wallpapers, I personally have a Super Monkey Ball Adventure postcard. It has baby on it and says "Yay poo poo." There is absolutely zero evidence that this exists. The eBay listing I got it from was removed, and when I've tried looking up other postcards, I find nothing. I doubt they made one only with babies, so I'm confident there are Monkey Ball postcards out there with all the characters. I have other random baby merch because he was always my favorite character, but their existence can only be found in a couple photos online, like this keychain and plush. I bet there's Monkey Ball lost media and merchandise that we aren't aware of, and it all might stay unknown. Unfortunately, that's what's most likely. But I literally do have the term Super Monkey Ball Rare saved on eBay, so I can just see what pops up, and I've seen all kinds of things, like there's stamps and shit, and I have it saved so I'll know when something that was lost shows up. Like, I've seen the Super Monkey Ball Happy Meal toys for sale plenty of times, but where the box at? I just find lost merchandise really fascinating in a different way than media, because they're things that, if found, you can actually possess, and then you're a handful of people who have it, which just feels good. Collecting rare items is something I honestly enjoy so much. The last thing we're going to be discussing is the urban legend that is Super Monkey Ball 3. After everyone loved and adored the first two, naturally fans of the games wanted a third, something that felt fresh but didn't stray away from what made the original so great, keeping that balance of simplicity and charm, making a true-to-form game that would create the perfect trilogy. In May of 2003, an IGN article reported that Super Monkey Ball 3 Banana Crazy was being mentioned in various Japanese magazines for a 2004 release date. It was going to stick to the tried and true formula with the addition of LAN support and up to 8 players. The article also said it was possible Banana Crazy would be announced at E3 2003, which sparks yet another mystery. Some sources say Super Monkey Ball 3 was announced at E3, and others say it was nothing more than a false rumor. I couldn't find a straight answer. According to the Lost Media Wiki and Monkey Ball Fact on Twitter, it wasn't announced, but according to the Super Monkey Ball Wiki and Did You Know Gaming, it was announced. We may never know the truth. Super Monkey Ball 3 was sporadically mentioned throughout the years, and in 2004, when creator Toshiro Nagoshi was asked if we could expect a third, he stated, "Of course, I couldn't comment on that subject before, but it's much more likely to happen now." This response is vastly different than his 2006 response to, "A long time ago, a Japanese magazine printed that Super Monkey Ball 3 was in development for GameCube and would enable up to 8 players through LAN. Was this true, and if so, what happened to the title?" In which he replied, "It's just a rumor. I wonder when a long time ago is." I assume it'll never be solved if Super Monkey Ball 3 is out there in Sega's files unfinished, or if it seriously wasn't ever worked on. It's all just more of an enigma. It's saddening to say the least that Sega kinda stopped giving a shit. It's apparent they didn't care about making any more simple yet so captivating games. It became about money and appealing to a different audience. Maybe they didn't realize what the series meant to some people until Nick found Brian Matt and single-handedly revived the franchise. And I was happy when Banana Mania was released, even if it's just 1, 2, and Deluxe remade, or if its version of Monkey Target was terrible. I still enjoyed it. I'm just here in an attempt to keep Super Monkey Ball's legacy alive, and to spread awareness of these perplexing and vague mysteries so more of its history can hopefully be uncovered. I've been playing Monkey Ball since I was 3 or 4, so it's special to me. And all this stuff behind it seriously is so ambiguous and obscure. Even the developer of Super Monkey Ball Deluxe reportedly isn't credited. Wikipedia says Sega and the cutting room floor says Toast, which is a company notorious for being uncredited, but other sources say a developer has never been confirmed. Maybe one day I could solve that once and for all, but for now, I hope you enjoyed my lesson on the lore of Super Monkey Ball's lost media and mysterious history. Thank you.